Donald Trump is back as President of the United States, and once again, space exploration is among his top priorities. In his inauguration speech, he spoke of America's manifest destiny in the stars, announcing ambitious plans to send astronauts to Mars and reinforce U.S. leadership in space. Trump is not the first president to talk about sending Americans to Mars, but he is among the few who have taken concrete action. His previous administration, 2017-2021, accelerated NASA programs and laid the groundwork for a major expansion of U.S. space initiatives. During his first term, Trump launched the Artemis program, aimed at landing American astronauts on the moon by 2024. While the timeline was not met, the urgency set by Trump and Vice President Mike Pence sparked unprecedented progress at NASA. In his second term, Trump has chosen Jared Isaacman to lead NASA, a figure known for his ambitions in private spaceflight. Isaacman has already funded and led 2 SpaceX missions, including Polaris Dawn, where he performed the first spacewalk using a SpaceX EVA suit. Under Trump's vision, NASA is expected to become more ambitious and willing to take big risks. Isaacman's leadership signals a shift toward bold missions, potentially pushing the boundaries of human spaceflight beyond what has been attempted in recent years. Trump revived the National Space Council in his first term, a body that had been dormant since the 1990s. Traditionally led by the vice president, this council brings together top officials from defense, commerce, and national security to coordinate space policy under direct presidential leadership. Trump created the U.S. Space Force, transforming space operations into an independent military branch. Previously under the Air Force, space defense is now a standalone operation, with an increasing role in national security strategies. The U.S. military has warned that space will be the primary theater for warfare by 2050. China and Russia are rapidly expanding their space capabilities, and the Pentagon sees an urgent need to strengthen American dominance in orbit. Trump's pick for Secretary of the Air Force, Troy Mike, has extensive experience in ballistic missile testing and space reconnaissance. His appointment suggests a strong focus on military space operations, intelligence, and satellite warfare. Elon Musk has been vocal in his excitement about Trump's Mars ambitions. While Musk does not hold a direct government role, his influence over space policy and government contracts is undeniable, especially as SpaceX continues to dominate the launch market. Blue Origin's founder, Jeff Bezos, has expressed skepticism about Musk's potential influence over space policy. While Bezos acknowledges that Trump's policies could benefit the space industry, competition between SpaceX and Blue Origin remains intense. While Trump aims to cut government spending in many areas, the space industry appears to be an exception. The defense and space sectors are expected to receive significant boosts, driving technological advancements and private sector investments. With Trump's renewed focus on space, investors are increasingly looking at aerospace and defense stocks. The commercial space sector is experiencing rapid growth, fueled by both government contracts and private ventures. Blue Origin recently attempted to recover its New Glenn rocket booster using an ocean-based landing platform. However, the booster was lost, raising concerns about the company's ability to compete with SpaceX in reusable rocket technology. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, has launched an investigation into Blue Origin's booster failure. While the payload successfully reached orbit, the booster lost contact during re-entry, underscoring the challenges of achieving reliable reusability. Europe is making strides in spaceflight with the development of a new launch site in the Shetland Islands. The rocket factory Augsburg, RFA, is set to conduct the first-ever vertical rocket launch from European soil by 2025. Blue Origin's New Glenn failure echoes SpaceX's early struggles with rocket landings. However, SpaceX eventually mastered reusability, revolutionizing the industry. Will Blue Origin follow the same path, or will it remain behind? The UK Civil Aviation Authority has granted RFA permission for up to 10 launches per year. If successful, This initiative could mark a turning point for Europe's independent access to space. Seattle-based startup Stoke Space is developing a fully reusable two-stage rocket, similar to SpaceX's Starship, but on a smaller scale. With $260 million in new funding, Stoke aims to disrupt the space industry. Stoke Space is testing the Zenith engine, a methane-burning full-flow staged combustion system. This design mirrors SpaceX's Raptor engines, but at a smaller scale, making it ideal for medium-lift launches. Stoke's Nova upper stage introduces a novel concept, an actively cooled metallic heat shield using cryogenic liquid hydrogen. This innovation could set a new standard for reusability beyond Earth's atmosphere. Stoke Space is renovating Launch Complex 14A at Cape Canaveral, aiming to develop a new hub for reusable rocket operations. Their goal is to have the site ready by the end of the year. While no official launch date has been announced, Stoke's progress suggests they could conduct test flights within the next few years, further intensifying competition in the space industry. By 2050, military operations in space will likely be dominated by autonomous systems. The Pentagon is already investing in AI-driven defense strategies, paving the way for machine-based warfare in orbit. Trump's policies intertwine civilian space exploration with military expansion. The dual focus on scientific discovery and national security is shaping a new era of space governance. As private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin take the lead in innovation, NASA and the military must navigate their evolving roles. Who will truly control the next frontier? With increasing corporate involvement in space, ethical and legal questions arise. How should governments regulate private space ventures without stifling progress? Trump's ambitions for Mars colonization face technological and financial hurdles. Will his administration provide the necessary funding, or will private entities like SpaceX take the lead? China is aggressively expanding its space program with plans for a lunar base and Mars missions. How will the U.S. respond to this growing competition? With Trump's renewed commitment to space, the coming years could see rapid advancements in technology, exploration, and military capabilities. Will this be the decade that finally takes humanity beyond Earth in a sustainable way?